Hey, what's going on guys, it's Chum here from Fusion Squad, and over the past weekend, I've had the chance to put in a lot of time in the Black Ops 3 beta released on PS4. Now over my time in the beta, I was able to get hands on with every single primary weapon available. And although the PS4 beta has now closed, the Xbox One and PC betas will launch in a few days, so I've made this video containing stats on all of the available primary weapons so that you guys can find out what's best for you and get an upper hand in the Black Ops 3 beta. So without further ado, let's begin. First up in the submachine gun class we have the Kuda. This weapon feels quite similar to the MP5 found in many other Call of Duty games. It's rocking a 720 RPM rate of fire with a very quick reload time of 1.75 seconds for the short reload and 2.35 seconds when you empty the clip. This weapon's short reload times makes it quite great for running gun combat. Next up we have the Weevil. From one look at this weapon, it's easy to see that it greatly resembles the P90. The Weevil clocks in at 720 rounds per minute with relatively slow reload speed of 2.25 and 2.9 seconds for the long and short reloads respectively. Like the P90, this weapon boasts a large 50 round magazine to make up for this slow reload. The large magazine makes it great for high traffic objective gameplay. Next up, the Razorback submachine gun is a very well-rounded weapon that has seen a lot of use throughout the beta. This weapon has very quick reload times of 1.75 seconds for the short reload and 2.5 seconds for the long reload. Its 620 RPM rate of fire is relatively low for its weapon class, however the Razorback boasts the best accuracy within the SMG class, giving it the handling of an assault rifle with the mobility of a submachine gun. Next on the list we have the Vesper submachine gun. This weapon has a solid reload speed with 1.95 seconds for the short reload and 2.5 seconds for the long reload. The main highlight of the Vesper is the blazing fast 1200 RPM rate of fire. This weapon is capable of taking out opponents in an instant if you can control the recoil, and that's why the Vesper works great with the grip attachment. The final submachine gun available in the beta is the VMP. This submachine gun boasts incredible stats with a 900 RPM rate of fire and the speedy reload times of 1.75 seconds for the short reload and 2.4 seconds for the long reload. The VMP is rocking a large 40 round magazine, and its high damage and rate of fire make this weapon capable of devastating your enemies if you can control the recoil. First up in the assault rifle category, we have the ARC-7. This weapon is a very balanced and all-rounded weapon with a strong rate of fire at 620 RPM and fast reload times of 1.95 seconds for the short reload and 2.85 seconds for the long reload. This versatile weapon appears to be the AK rifle variant of the game, and it appears to be designed to be useful in all combat scenarios. The Man of War is rocking a very low 520 RPM rate of fire for an assault rifle. However, it makes up for this with its high damage and extremely manageable recoil. The reload speed of this weapon is close to the slowest in its class, with 2.2 seconds for the short reload and 2.95 seconds for the long reload. However, with the ability to easily take out multiple enemies with one magazine, this weapon has no problem keeping up with the other assault rifles. This next assault rifle is very reminiscent of the FAMAS from past Call of Duties. It boasts a relatively high 720 RPM rate of fire and low reload speeds of 1.95 seconds for the short reload and 2.85 seconds for the long reload. Just like the FAMAS, the HVK-30 is capable of devastating your enemies if you're able to handle the weapon's high recoil. This weapon is considered extremely deadly due to its ability to kill with 2 shots from any distance. The Sheiva is semi-automatic, meaning that its rate of fire is extremely low. The reload speeds are also the highest in its class with 2.2 seconds for the short reload and 3 seconds for the long reload. Despite this weapon's stats appearing to be weak, the 2-shot kill nature of the Sheiva makes it a deadly weapon. Next up, what appears to be the upgraded form of Black Ops 2's M8A1 rifle, the M8A7 also fires in 4-round bursts. The reload speed on this weapon is very average for an assault rifle, with 1.9 seconds for the short reload and 2.8 seconds for the long reload. This weapon's great strength comes from its low recoil burst and its ability to eliminate enemies with one well placed burst at medium range. The final assault rifle of the beta is the XR2, and it is a very unique weapon. This weapon fires in 3-round bursts, however these bursts can be released by holding the trigger, effectively making it automatic. While holding the trigger, this weapon clocks in at 450 RPM, but despite the low rate of fire, this gun's ability to kill enemies in one burst can make it a monster. The XR2 also has very good reload speeds with 1.95 seconds for the short reload and 3 seconds for the long reload. Just like every Call of Duty, Black Ops 3 had this mandatory pump action shotgun, and the KRM-262 is the beast we've been given this year. The KRM is capable of one-hit killing at short ranges, and in scenarios where another shot is needed, the pump action gun is able to fire another shot within a split second. The reload speed for one shell in the shotgun is 1.8 seconds, and the time taken to reload all shells is 5.75 seconds. Needless to say, you want to avoid having no shells in your KRM shotgun. Next up we have the Haymaker 12. This fully automatic shotgun is very similar to the AA-12 from the Modern Warfare series. The Haymaker is capable of obliterating enemies within seconds at close range. The weapon boasts a 390 RPM rate of fire. Now this may seem slow, but with the high damage potential of a shotgun shell, 390 RPM is more than enough. This weapon expends most of its ammo for one kill, so a good reload speed is important. The Haymaker 12 takes 2.4 seconds for the short reload and 3.2 seconds for the long reload. Now moving on to the light machine guns, we have the BRM, a heavy hitting but slow firing light machine gun. The BRM's rate of fire clocks in at 520 RPM, which is slow in comparison to most other guns in the game. The reload speed for either short or long reload is very close to 7 seconds, so reloading frequently is not an option when using this LMG. However, with the extremely high damage and 75 round magazine, you won't find yourself reloading too much. The second LMG on our list is known as the Dingo. The Dingo boasts an impressively high 900 RPM rate of fire. Just like the previous LMG, the Dingo also takes an extremely long time to reload, with 6.6 seconds for the short reload and 6.95 seconds for the long reload. With a 60 round magazine and low recoil, the Dingo is capable of devastating groups of enemies in a flash. Now moving on to sniper rifles, we have the Locus sniper rifle, the bolt action rifle of Black Ops 3. It has the ability to one-hit kill enemies from the ribcage upwards, and it has a relatively slow reload speed, with the short reload taking 3.3 seconds and the long reload taking 3.7 seconds. This weapon's magazine is capable of holding 8 rounds, meaning if you're accurate, you won't need to reload too often. It's likely that this rifle will be the favourite of most snipers in Black Ops 3 purely because of its bolt action nature. Next up we have the Drakon or Drakon, not sure how to say it, but this is a semi-automatic sniper rifle that is capable of one-hit killing opponents from the upper chest and head. This weapon features very low recoil and moderate rate of fire that makes it very easy to hit the follow-up shot if your first shot doesn't take the kill. This weapon features a solid reload speed with 2.45 seconds for the short reload and 3 seconds for the long reload. This sniper will prove very practical in long-range combat. Now for the final gun for this video, we have the by far weirdest of them all. The P06 is a burst fire sniper rifle, and that's only half of the weirdness. When firing this weapon, there is a short delay between when you pull the trigger and when the bullets are fired, which is actually a feature of the gun. And this feature makes it quite difficult to use the P06 at first. However, once you get used to it, the P06 can put in work. This weapon has a fairly standard reload speed with 2.8 seconds for the short reload and 3.7 seconds for the long reload. Alright guys, so that's all the guns in the Black Ops 3 beta, and of course there are definitely much more that are coming out soon, so be excited for those, and don't worry, we will do another one of these videos with updated stats for every single gun as soon as the Black Ops 3 full game comes out in November. So if you guys are hyped for that, leave a like. And if you guys want to see more Black Ops 3 content or some other Call of Duty content, be sure to subscribe, because once Black Ops comes out, we are going to be having a lot of fun. So either way guys, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and I hope you guys learned a lot about which gun best suits you. And with that all said and done, I'll see you guys in the next video.